Good morning, friends. My name is Satyam. Today we are going to discuss Geography Part 1. It will have 50 questions. The first question is: which star is known as pole star? The answer is North Star. The North Star indicates the north direction. It always remains in the same position in the sky. The next question is: the word planet is derived from which word? The answer is Planetae. The word planetae is a Greek word which means wanderers. The next question is: the Earth is known as blue planet because of the presence of dash. The answer is water. From the outer space, the Earth appears blue because its two-thirds surface is covered by water. The next question is: what is the shape of Earth? The answer is geode. Geode means an Earth-like shape that is slightly flattened at the poles. The next question is: various patterns found by different groups of stars are known as dash. The answer is constellation. There are a lot of types of constellation in the space. For example, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Orion, Taurus, Gemini, etc. The next question is: which is the most easily recognizable constellation? The answer is Saptarishi. The Saptarishi is a part of Ursa Major. The next question is: Ursa Major is also known as dash. The answer is Big Bear. The Ursa Major is a Latin term which means greater bear or big bear. The next question is: which direction pole star appears? The answer is north. In ancient time, people used to determine direction at night with the help of stars. Next question is: what is the distance of the sun from the earth? The answer is about 150 million kilometers. Do you know? Light travels at speed of 3 lakh kilometers per second. Even with this speed, the sunlight takes about 8 minutes 20 seconds to reach the earth. The next question is: what is the distance of moon from earth? The answer is about 3,84,400 kilometers. Our earth has only one satellite, that is moon. It appears so big because it is nearer to us than other celestial bodies. The next question is: the small pieces of rock which move around the sun are called dash. The answer is meteoroids. Sometimes these meteoroids come near the earth and get burned due to friction with air. The next question is: numerous tiny bodies which move around the sun apart from stars, planets and satellites are called dash. The answer is asteroids. Asteroids are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Scientists think that asteroids were part of planet which exploded many years back. The next question is: what is universe? The answer is billions of galaxies make the universe. A galaxy is a huge system of billions of stars, clouds of dust and gases. The next question is: which planet is known as Earth's twin? The answer is Venus. Venus is known as Earth's twin because its size and shape are almost same as Earth. Venus is brightest planet in the solar system. The next question is: who was the first person to step on the moon? The answer is Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong landed on moon on 20th July 1969. The next question is: who was the first person to go to space? The answer is Yuri Gagarin. Yuri Gagarin from Russia was the first human in space. The next question is: all the planets move around the sun in a dash path. The answer is elongated. These paths are called orbits. The next question is: which planets have rings around them? The answer is Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus. These rings are actually belts of small debris. The next question is: which astronomers first found the Halley's Comet? The answer is Chinese astronomers. Halley's Comet was founded by Chinese astronomers, but it was named after the famous English astronomer Edmund Halley because his calculations showed that it passed by Earth roughly once every 76 years. The next question is: what is the other name of Milky Way galaxy? The answer is Akashganga. The ancient Indians imagined it to be a river of light flowing in the sky. The next question is: in the name of which famous ancient Indian astronomer did India send a satellite? The answer is Aryabhat. Aryabhat was also a famous mathematician and his work include Aryabhatya and the Arya Siddhant. The next question is: who was the first woman of Indian origin to go to space? The answer is Kalpana Chawla. She first flew on Space Shuttle Columbia in 1997 as a mission specialist and primary robotic arm operator. Her second and last flight was on STS-107, the final flight of Space Shuttle Columbia in 2003. The next question is, who was the first Indian to go to space? The answer is Rakesh Sharma. He is a former Indian Air Force pilot who flew aboard Soyuz T-11 on 3rd April 1984 as part of the Soviet Intercosmos program. The then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi asked Sharma how India looked from outer space. He replied, "Sare yahan se acha." The next question is, which country first sent a satellite to space? The answer is Russia. Sputnik 1 was the first artificial satellite launched into an elliptical low Earth orbit by the USSR on the 4th October 1957. The next question is, what is the name of the first dog in space? The answer is Laika. Laika was selected to be occupant of the Soviet spacecraft Sputnik 2 that was launched into low orbit on 3rd November 1957. The next question is, what is the miniature form of the Earth known as? The answer is globe. On the globe, countries, continents and oceans are shown in their correct size. The next question is, imaginary lines that move horizontally in the globe are called dash. The answer is latitude. Latitude are measured in degrees. There are 180 degrees of latitude and the longest latitude is the equator. The distance between each degree of latitude is about 69 miles or 110 kilometers. The next question is, imaginary lines that passes vertically through globe are called dash. The answer is longitude. There are 360 longitude and they are also known as meridian, and the main meridian is known as prime meridian. The prime meridian passes through Royal Observatory, Greenwich. The next question is, how many hours is India faster than international time? The answer is 5 hours 30 minutes. The earth has been divided into 24 time zones of 1 hour each. Each zone does cover 15 degrees of longitude. The next question is, which is the only continent in which the Tropic of Cancer, Equator, Tropic of Capricorn passes through? The answer is Africa. Tropic of Cancer passes almost through the middle of India. The next question is, what divides the earth into two equal parts, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere? The answer is equator. The equator is an imaginary circular line and an important reference point to locate places on earth. The equator represents the 0-degree latitude. The next question is, what divides the earth into the eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere? The answer is prime meridian. Its value is 0-degree longitude, and from it we count 180 degree eastward as well as 180 degree westward. It is, however, interesting to note that 180 degree east and 180 degree west meridian are on the same line. The next question is, areas lying between the Arctic Circle and North Pole and Antarctic Circle and South Pole is called dash. The answer is frigid zone. It is called frigid zone because here the sun does not rise above the horizon. Therefore, its rays are always slanting and provide less heat. The next question is, between which parallel of latitude is the torrid zone situated? The answer is Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitude in between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, and therefore receives the maximum heat. The next question is, the standard meridian of India is dash. The answer is 82 degree 30 minutes east. This standard meridian passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh and is considered as the standard time for the whole country. It is known as the Indian Standard Time, IST. The next question is, 36 dash is a network of latitude and meridian of longitude. The answer is grid. With help of the grid, we can locate any point on the globe very easily if we know its latitude and longitude. The next question is the imaginary straight line that runs the North Pole and South Pole dash. The answer is axis. The Earth rotates on its own axis once every 24 hours. The Earth's axis is at a constant tilt with respect to its orbit around the sun, resulting in the change of seasons. The next question is the movement of Earth on its own axis is known as dash. The answer is rotation. The Earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation. This period of rotation is known as Earth Day. The next question is the movement of Earth around the sun in a fixed path or orbit is called dash. The answer is revolution. The Earth actually takes 365 days and 6 hours to revolve around the sun. We consider a year consists of 365 days only and ignore 6 hours for the sake of convenience. The next question is a leap year has how many days? The answer is 366 days. 6 hours saved every year are added to make one day over a span of 4 years. This surplus day is added to month of February. Thus, every fourth year there is a leap year. The next question is the time or date at which the sun crosses the celestial equator is known as dash. The answer is equinox. On 21st March and 23rd September, sun's direct rays fall on the equator. At this position, neither of the poles is tilted toward the sun, so the whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. The next question is when either of earth's pole reaches its maximum tilt away from sun is called dash. The answer is winter solstice. This is also known as hibernal solstice or hemal solstice. It may fall on 22nd December, 21st December or 23rd December with longest night and shortest day. The next question is when either of Earth's poles reaches its maximum tilt toward the sun is called dash. The answer is summer solstice. It falls on 21st June with longest day and shortest night. The next question is the earth travel around the sun in dash orbit. The answer is elliptical orbit. Season change due to change in the position of earth around the sun. The next question is Christmas is celebrated in Australia in dash season. The answer is summer season. When it is summer in north hemisphere, it is winter in the southern hemisphere. When it is winter in the northern hemisphere, it is summer in the southern hemisphere due to the tilt of earth. The next question is a representation of the earth's surface or a part of it on a flat surface according to a scale is known as dash. The answer is map. When we want to study only a part of the earth, country, state or district, maps are very useful as compared to globe. The next question is how many types of maps are there? The answer is 3 types. The 3 types of map are physical map, political map and thematic map. The next question is the component of maps are, the answer is distance, direction and symbols. The 4 cardinal directions are north, south, east and west. With the help of this component and direction, we are able to study the map. The next question is the ratio between the actual distance shown on map is known as dash. The answer is scale. As per scale, there are 2 types of maps. For example, small scale maps and large scale maps. Large scale maps give more information than small scale maps. The next question is a map showing natural features of the earth is known as dash. The answer is physical maps. The physical map is also known as relief map. This map shows the mountains, plateaus, plains, oceans, etc. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share this video.